Hello there, Mavericks and Renegades. I am dark-minded-sith, and I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. Or something. Let's rock and roll, shall we? Let's take on the boss. Before I jump into that, something I want to note here is, off-screen I picked up a couple of green potions at the trading post over in Clocktown. Make a little note of that in your handy-dandy notebooks. That's going to be important. For now, let's do this thing. And this guy just has to copy all the other Zelda bosses out there and have a little pit that leads to his lair. Is that like in the Zelda handbook or something? In the red corner. They're twins. They're creepy. They're nasty. They've been plaguing our society for years and years. They are... close enough. The giant masked insect. Twin Mole! Oh, and in the blue corner weighing like 43 pounds. Link.
Fee-Fi-Fo-Fum. I will soon smell the spilled blood of two giant masked insects. They be live, but soon they be dead. I'll grind their flesh to make a potion that's red.
Alright, let's do this thing. This is Twin Mold. And normally when I fight this boss, I don't really fight this guy, or guys, in a very dignified way. I usually just kind of wing it. What you mostly want to do is, your goal here is to just hit all of the tail points, basically. But I don't really do it in a very professional way. I just kind of run up and jump in with both feet, basically. Both of my really tall feet. My Paul Bunyan feet. So I usually just run up and just whack the guy as much as I can at the tail. I usually kind of take damage left and right, but normally for me personally, if I really try to approach it carefully and try to avoid hitting him and everything, it just takes forever and I just don't do the battle too well. So normally if I just run up and just wail on the guy like that, I usually defeat Twin Mold much quicker. So that's the way I do it. If you want to take a more organized and tactful approach to it, you're welcome to, but I just kind of jump in, basically. As you can see, we're just basically using our sword, going back to the medieval days when all a man needed was his sword. And then some fool invented gunpowder. Ugh. Yeah. So what you're noticing here, of course, is that my magic meter is draining like crazy, and that's why I got a bunch of green potions off screen. Is that if you run out of magic meter, then you're not allowed to use the Giant's Mask anymore. You can get some magic jars in the battle, but it's just kind of tedious to do that. I tried this battle at one point, and finding magic meter on the ground just took forever, so I recommend just bringing some green potions and such to the battle. Something that'll help you stock up on magic. It's just a lot less tedious that way. At least that's how I feel about it. Alright, so let's just do this thing. We've got one left. We got two twin molds, if you will. I guess they're brothers. Oh no, he's angry now. I defeated his brother. He will have his revenge. I don't think so, man. Another thing to note is you want to be careful with this arena where you fight, because if you go off too far, then you go off into oblivion and you have to do the whole battle all over again, because it respawns you back at the beginning of the temple, and that's no fun. So you do want to be mindful of where you walk, because you're quite big and you know, you're stepping like a mile per step here, so maybe not that much, but okay. And there we go. He's defeated. You are now identical twins, because you're both dead. And, of course, he blows up. Wow. What was he... Christ. What was he made of, eh? Alright, so that takes care of this battle, and unfortunately, we can only use the Giant's Mask in this arena where we fight Twin Mold. Yeah, so those of you who are looking forward to just wandering aimlessly around Termina as Giant Link, sorry to crush your little dreams, but can't quite do that. But I do like to just kind of destroy these little pillars and things. What is up with Majora's Mask being... like, Majora's Mask itself being on everything? Is it just that legendary? They just want to carve it on everything? I don't know. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time as Godzilla, and then that's about it. Okay. So let's go back to boring 4-foot-tall Link here, and yes, man, I kind of underestimated how big this place was. So let's grab our heart container. Yeah, you're happy. Yeah, I'm happy. And just like the other ones, we get the remains of the boss we fought. His yucky, disgusting remains have been seized. This three-eyed, nasty insect. Alright, we're back with the giants. Hey, I was just as tall as you guys, like 2 minutes ago. I swear, man. Oh yeah, that's right. We have helped all 4 of them now, haven't we? I mean, that's all we can do. We can do way more than that. Link has abilities you haven't even seen yet, honey. That's right. We're gonna summon the giants to the clock tower to kick the Skull Kid's virtual behind that he was so kind as to shake at us. Well, I mean, they do look like half of Walt Disney's brother's head, surrounded by lettuce, with long arms and legs attached. I mean, if I were them, I'd sound sad too. Yeah, so Tattle is now left with a difficult choice. Forgive the Skull Kid for what he did. Which is nice, that they gave our sidekick some depth. You know, makes her feel more human. That's a big step above a sidekick that just tells us that Impa said the spiritual stone of fire was on Death Mountain. Alright, so now that we rid the evil from Stone Tower, this pink butthole is gonna help the wandering spirits finally move on in peace. Alright, so Iconic Canyon has been restored back to its original... everyone's happy, let's just put it that way. Alright, so we're kind of done, but our work is not fully done. Because if you remember, we have 2 stray fairies. No fairy gets left behind. That's my motto. So we gotta go back to Stone Tower and pick up those stray fairies, so let's head back there. Alright, I've warped back to Stone Tower, which is still in its topsy-turvy state. So what we need to do is we've got 2 stray fairies that we gotta go get. They appeared in Treasure Chest in the upside-down version of Stone Tower. So what we need to do is flip the temple back to its original right-side-up state. If I can find the little jewel thing here. So, there it is. Okay, so shoot the jewel or miss completely. Shoot the jewel or miss completely. Dadgum. And that'll flip the temple back to its boring right-side-up self. And... wow, game, you're really cruel. Unfortunately, I gotta do that stupid LG of Emptiness crap again here, where I gotta make these blocks come out, so I'm gonna do that stupid puzzle, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, thank you, game. I know how necessary that was to give me that little inconvenience. Alright, so we have these blocks back here, and now we can enter the basic right side up version again by going into this hideous, disgusting mouth. And we're back in Stone Tower Temple, the right side up version. You wanna go ahead and get rid of these dragonfly things, because when you go up that ladder, they're gonna end up going after you, and they end up knocking you off the ladder, so let's go ahead and get rid of them. This down here is the treasure chest that appeared that we hook-shotted to get to the upper part, and now it's just down here as a regular treasure chest. Open it up with our foot, and that's Stray Fairy 14. So now we have one other treasure chest and one last Stray Fairy to get, and it is also the treasure chest that appeared in the upside down version. And it appeared upside down, so now that we're in this version, we can go get it. So yeah, I'm wandering all over the place stupidly. Alright, we gotta go this way. And this is where we had that flying room, where we flew all over the place as the Deku. The treasure chest appeared upside down here, so now it's right side up. So we can go down and grab it right quick. Should be down here. There it is. Grab this Stray Fairy here, and there we go. Stray Fairy 15, and that is the last Stray Fairy of the entire game. No Stray Fairy gets left behind, which is an act that the President of Termina founded. Alright, so now I need to leave Stone Tower Temple forever. Never want to see this place again. And then we're going to head back to Iconic Canyon to turn in the Stray Fairies, so I'll see you when I'm back there. Alright, back in the land of the dead. And let's turn in these Stray Fairies before I forget, while it's fresh on my mind and everything. The Stray Fairy location is in this small little cave over here. It's not much of a fairy location to just be in this yucky, dirty cave, but whatever makes you happy, honey. Here we go. And let's turn in our Stray Fairies. Go away, kids. Go back to your mommy. Float around. Be happy. You're one happy family again. All of you. George, Jr., I don't know all their names. Doc, Dopey. Hey, honey. How you doing? Great Fairy of Kindness. Oh, she's the polite one. She has good table manners. She says please and thank you. Yeah, right there. Thank you. See? Returned your shattered and slightly erotic body back to normal. Oh, the fairy sword. Oh, we get a da-da-da-da. Interesting. And we get the Great Fairy Sword. It's a sea item, actually. Black roses. It's the most powerful of all... Yeah. Haven't heard that before. They said that about the Master Sword and the Bigoron Sword and every other sword out there. It's always the strongest. It's always a stronger sword. Ah, yeah, it's funny. I see the humor in it as well. You know, handing a powerful blade to an adolescent, that's just comic gold. Alright, so that gives us our fourth and final Stray Fairy reward, or Great Fairy reward, if you will. And that is the Great Fairy Sword. It is the most powerful sword in the game. Poor Link needs 2 hands to hold this thing. But, boy, is this thing a powerful beauty. You know, overkill and test it on the GUI. What better way to test it out? Yeah, the disadvantage, of course, is that you can't do the charge-up move, and I guess it occupies a C button, but... Oh, there's something I want to show. That's right, sorry. Yep, so that gives us our last reward, which is a decent reward, I guess. I don't know if a sword like that would come into much use this late in the game, but it's nice to have. I want to take a little gander here in Pamela's house. 2 things. First of all, I want to show that this area is rid of all, like, dead and evil. You know, the Gibdos are gone and all that. But in this cycle, we have not met Pamela, so if you come in here and talk to her and everything, she just, you know, just walking. Finally, someone told off Link about that. He's been getting away with that for far too long, just walking in and intruding everywhere. Not wiping his feet. Yeah, I'm just gonna come back in here, because I have a little something I need to announce, finally. Down here is our good friend, Mr. Yeah, exactly. Quite a while back, like a bajillion videos ago, I asked you guys and gals to come up with a name for him, and I completely neglected that for far too long, and I'm sorry about that. But there's a combination of two names that I decided to give that guy. And the name that I liked the most was In a Closet. The letter N, the letter A, and then Closet. So it's like, those are his initials in the last name Closet. So I thought In a Closet was rather funny. And, who came up with that? The user ichundnichter. Yeah, I really liked that name, so congrats to you. And, but then I realized NA is just initials. You know, it's not a full name. So I wanted to give a full name to the guy, so I wanted to come up with what the N and the A stand for. And to me, he kind of looks like a Nigel. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I kind of like Nigel, and I kind of thought he looked like a Nigel. And the A, the user TriggerHappy42 suggested the name Aloysius, so I'm going to use that and have that be what the A stands for. So his name is Nigel Aloysius Closet, the Ghost Hunter. So congrats to you two. Congrats for getting your names used, and thank you for all the name suggestions, everyone. Sorry for putting that off. So let's go down the rabbit hole. This isn't mandatory, but I just want to grab something right quick. Ignore these idiots. And in this treasure chest we have the Bomb Chew, which we don't really need at all in this game that I can think. There might be one. Oh yeah, there's like a puzzle later, but yeah, poor Bomb Chew. It's so fun and cute, but it's so neglected. Yeah, but that occupies that part of our item screen, so I wanted to go ahead and just have that. So we got one last thing we can do in this cycle that I'm going to take care of, and that is here in the secret shrine. You can plant a magic bean here, grow it, and there's a lot of rupees you can get, but I mean, who gives a crap about that, especially at this point in the game. Got like a bajillion rupees in the bank, which are only going to increase over time with interest, I guess, if Termina has that kind of system. Alright, we couldn't access this place before because of these bars, but now that we have the light arrow, we can make the sun oh so happy. And that gives us access to this area. So, and here we have, oh, it's you again. Yeah. Oh, is that what I did? Well, that's pretty cool, I guess. Kingdom Hearts cosplayers? Oh, thank God. Oh no, getting ready. It's an army of Link fangirls. Well, that's the guy that everyone just wants to invite to parties. Alright, so this is an interesting little challenge, if you will. What we're going to do here is actually fight previous mini-bosses. But since these are bosses we've already fought, I'm probably going to off-screen most of these, or the majority of them really, because there's just no reason to watch me fight these same bosses again. And I can just reference where I fought the boss originally in an annotation or something like that. And that's about all you need to see. I mean, I don't think it's going to be very interesting to watch me fight these guys again. So I am going to show them off and everything, but not the actual fight. But I am going to show this one, which is the Dynafolds, just because I want to show off the power of the almighty Great Fairy Sword. Check this out. Yeah, boom, one hit, dead. Boom, one hit, dead. Boom, one hit, dead. Boom. Look at that. They go down like a house of cards. See that? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Just depending on if you want to be conservative and everything, you might want to enter this area with hardly any rupees or anything, because every time you defeat one of the mini-bosses, yeah, it's going to give you a silver rupee. You're pretty happy. Oh, come on, Link. I guess I would be pretty happy, too, with just 100 rupees if I had like a bajillion in my bank account, so. Yeah, but you're gonna get 100 rupees every time, so you don't want to waste those treasure chests if you have a full wallet, so it's just something to keep in mind. But these other 3 mini-bosses, I'm gonna show what they are, but I'm probably gonna just off-screen the battle and include in text or something where the fight was in the Let's Play, because you just don't need to see this all again, so... Alright, so that was the first mini-boss, so let's move on to mini-boss number 2. Which is... oh, you again, Wizrobe. Alright, so Wizrobe is defeated again. That guy's really committed, I'll give him that, unless these are like his twin brothers. They're all trying to get vengeance. Sorry I'm destroying the whole Wizrobe family, but... leave me alone, man. Just quit showing up in my life. So you can grab this treasure chest of rupees, but I came in here with a full wallet, so there's no sense wasting it, so I'm gonna just leave. Got 2 more mini-bosses to fight. I'm going to show what they are and then just off-screen the battles. So let's move on to the next room, which is over here, room number 3. Head on in. And who do we have? Oh, okay. We don't have a mini-boss. Oh, wait. Pfft. Yeah. Oh, great. You again. I just can't wait to fight you again. Good old Wart. Alright, I'll see you when this is over. Yes, go away forever, please. Never again. And of course, that was a throwback. That boss was like a throwback to Link to the Past, so... maybe we will see him again in a later Zelda game. Fabulous. Can't wait. I'm ecstatic. Alright, so it takes care of Wart. Again, Wart 2.0, I guess. And we got one more little mini-boss to fight. And one thing I do need to mention about this place is... I believe it's 16 hearts at the top of my head. I'll correct this in like an annotation or something if I'm not right. I remember either 16 or 17, but you have to have at least 16 or 17 heart containers in order to do this place completely. Like this mini-boss here, it won't let you do this if you don't have enough heart containers, so... yep, so let's take care of this guy again. There we go. Are you gonna give me a hint about life or something? No, you're just gonna kill yourself. Okay. Fabulous. That gets rid of Garo Master, another blast from the past. No pun intended with the suicidal bombing that he did. Alright, so let's leave here. Head back here, and now we've fought 4 past mini-bosses. Man, we are amazing. And for taking care of those nostalgic joys, pearls of joy. What do we get for it? A long, boring speech. No. Ooh, treasure chest. Wonder what this is going to be. A new item? An upgrade? Something fascinating? Something we have probably never seen in this Let's Play yet? The tension is building. You can't wait to see what it is, because, yeah, it's just a piece of heart. You didn't see that coming, did you? Alright, so that's our next piece of heart. And that is going to do it, both for the Ikana area, at least for the time being. Still some other little things to do here and there, but that's pretty much going to do it. Took care of Stone Tower Temple, took care of the boss. So what I'm going to do is... I guess I'll go ahead and throw my rupees in the bank. Alright, just threw my rupees back in the bank for safekeeping, and that is actually going to do it for this cycle. So, took care of Stone Tower, rid Ikana of the dead, I guess, and that's going to do it. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next cycle. See you later, alligators.